Hello everyone. So today we are going to start the second chapter of class 9th maths polynomials. Okay. So guys, this one is a very important chapter because you are going to use this chapter like this kind of questions you are going to use in the 10th class, you are going to get in the 10th class, 11th class, 12th class, and even if you are planning for the further studies with maths, so you are going to get this. Okay. So that's why there we are not going to hurry up in solving direct exercise questions like whatever I have seen directly in the school or in the other tuition centers. What they do, like they directly move to the exercise and they say okay, this one is a very simple chapter, but trust me guys, it's a very important chapter. Okay, so we are not going to hurry up in solving direct exercise questions, correct? And we are for what purpose we are here? So we are here, my intention over here is to not to make you memorize the solution of a question, correct? My intention is not there. My intention over here is to make you understand the concept, okay, so that in your whole life, so it doesn't matter from where you will receive the question, either you are receiving the question from the NCERT, Exemplar, RS Agrawal or RD Sharma, but if your concept is clear, you will be able to solve every question you will receive. Okay, so that thing which I am going to explain you over here, so just watch this video very carefully, okay, with very peace mind, calm mind, and try to understand the things. Okay, so first thing I will start with your algebraic expression. Okay, so what is algebraic expression? I will just check it over here. Okay, so I will just write it, algebraic expression. Okay, so guys, remember one thing. So before going on algebraic expression, I will like to make you understand two terms. One is called constant, and another one is called variable. Okay, so what is constant and what is variable? So constant means simple thing ki anything which will not change, in any situation, means no change of values, means no change of values in any situation is called your constant term. But if there is a change in values in a particular situation, then that's called variable. For example, I will give you a very good example. So like suppose I am going to take any date. Okay, so date for this month, so this month is your May 2020, correct? So I'm going to take date, like suppose I'm going to take like 1 5 20, correct? Next date will be beta 2 5 20. Next date will be your 3 5 20. Okay, so in this way it will keep going. So what you are seeing over here, so what we are seeing over here is that this month and year, it's not changing, month and year it's not changing. So what will say that month and year is constant, month and year is constant, which is not changing means it's a constant. What is changing? The date is changing, so it means we can say date is variable. Okay, let's take any other example. Let's take an example of month and year. Let's take an example of month and year. Okay, so what will happen in this case, beta? In month and year, I can write like Jan 20, or you can say 0120, okay, or 0220, 0320. So what you are seeing over here in this case, beta, your year is constant, correct? Your year is constant, but your month is variable. So it's depend upon the situation, see, to situation. So anything which is not changing on time, that's called constant, and anything which is changing according to the situation, that's called your variable. For example, numbers, okay, like 5 4, okay, 6 8. So suppose you have scored 5 marks, suppose you have scored 5 marks in the exam. Okay, so it's not going to change for that exam, correct? You might be, it will be able to change, you will be able to change your marks in the next exam, but in that exam that 5 is constant, it's not going to change. Okay, so if you got 4, it's not going, so these are the numbers which are constant, they are not going to change. What the thing going to change? It's anything, like suppose there's a very good example. Suppose I have give you 100 rupees, okay, you have 100 rupees and you went to the market and you bought like suppose you will have to buy pens and the cost of one pen is rupees 10. Okay, so now and there is no limitation ki what you are going to buy. So suppose if you plan to buy one pen, it's fine. If you plan to buy two pens, then also fine. If you plan to buy three pens, then also it's fine. But maximum you can buy is of 10 pens, correct? Maximum you can buy is of 10 pens. So what you can say, like suppose I'm going to say that you went to market and you bought X pens. You bought X pens. Okay. So means you can you can buy X pens. So from what do you mean by X pens? X means you can buy one also, you can buy two also, you can buy three also, maximum till 10. So that's why I'm saying ki there is no limitation on you, or there is no restriction on you that go and buy just one pen or go and buy just two pens. So that's why I'm saying you can buy X pens. Suppose if you are in need of two pens, so you will buy two pen only. If you in the need of three pens, means the number of pens which you are going to buy is not fixed. It can be changed based on your mood, based on your need, correct? So that is your variable. So in this way we define our constant and variables. Okay. Now I'm going to explain the algebraic expression. Hope till here it's clear. Okay. So now algebraic expression, just remember one thing, that algebraic expression can be written, there is a fixed formula that any constant number, any constant term means any number beta. Any constant term means any number. Okay. So constant term multiplied by a variable, constant term multiplied by a variable to the power of a rational number, to the power of a rational number. So this, in this way we denote, the algebraic expressions. I will just write algebraic expression is equal to constant term multiplied by variable to the power of rational number. What is constant? Constant is any number beta, any number. For example, take 6. So 6 multiplied by a variable x, 6 multiplied by a variable x to the power of rational number beta, any rational number, I will say 1 by 2. Okay. So this 6 multiplied by x to the power 1 by 2, yes, this is an algebraic expression. Okay. 5x square, yes, this is an algebraic expression. So in this way we write the algebraic expression. Okay. And before we move further to the polynomials, few things also which you need to understand, that if you are going to add two algebraic expressions, suppose algebraic expression 1, algebraic expression 2, so this will give you another algebraic expression. For example, this 6x to the power 1 by 2 is an algebraic expression. 5x square is also an algebraic expression. And if you are going to write this together, this total is also an algebraic expression. This one is also an algebraic expression. Okay. Similarly, if you are going to subtract it, that will also give you the algebraic expression. If you are going to multiply this, this will also give you the algebraic expression. And if you are going to divide this also, this is also going to give you the algebraic expression. This you will have to remember. Okay. Even though if you are going to, like, if there is an algebraic expression, if you are going to add a constant with an algebraic expression, this will again give you the algebraic expression. For example, your 5x square is an algebraic expression, correct? So if I am going to write 5x square plus 3 is a constant. So this is also an algebraic expression. Okay. So similarly, whether you are going to plus, minus, multiply, divide, or in all the four conditions, you will get algebraic expression only. This is very important, guys. Most of the students I have seen, they get confused between algebraic expression and the polynomials, which I am going to tell you next. So it's very important. What is algebraic expression? Just remember this formula: constant multiplied by variable, and variable to the power rational number is your algebraic expression. Okay. Now I am going to explain you the polynomials. What are polynomials? Okay. So in case of polynomials, beta, there is just slight change in the definition, So polynomials say that constant term, okay, constant term multiplied by a variable, okay, to the power of whole number, okay. This is your polynomial. Just remember this. This is your polynomial. So see here, what's the difference? Constant term and variable, it's both the places, constant term and variable. Here the power can be any rational number. Power can be any rational number. So we know that whole numbers are also rational number. Correct? So we know that whole numbers are also a rational number. But in this case, we need only whole numbers, not all the rational numbers. You can say. So what is there any relationship between you are seeing the algebraic expression and polynomial? So yes, what we can say, all the polynomials, you can say beta that all polynomials are your algebraic expression, but all all algebraic expression are not polynomials. Okay, just remember this. All the polynomials are your algebraic expression, because see, polynomial is saying, beta, look here, constant multiplied by variable to the power whole number, and we know that whole number is a rational number. Those who guys who are having any doubt what is whole number, what is rational number, anything, I will recommend go and watch the introduction part of your first chapter. There I have explained it very clearly. Okay, and also in your any time in the life, because this is something whole number, integers, rational number, real numbers. So most of the students I have seen, they get confused as soon as they grow in the. So I will recommend guys, every time if you get confused, go and find the first chapter of class 9th, which I have explained the introduction part, and watch that video and your concept will be clear. So your polynomial, the variable to the power is whole number, and whole number is also a rational number. Whole number is also a rational number. Hence we can say all polynomials are your algebraic expression, but all algebraic expression are not your polynomials. Okay. Now here also, if you are going to add a polynomial, I'll just say polynomial equal to p. If you are going to add one polynomial like p1 plus p2, okay, so this will give you some other polynomial only. Similarly, if you are going to subtract, you will get a polynomial. If you are going to multiply, you are going to get a polynomial. Okay, but what if you are going to divide? See, this is true for these three cases. Okay, but there is a condition in case of division. What is that condition? I am going to tell you. Like suppose if you are going to divide a polynomial with polynomial p2, it might be possible that you will get a polynomial or you will just get an algebraic expression. So what is the case in which you will get a polynomial? The case is saying that the degree of p1, the degree of polynomial p1 should be greater than or equal to your degree of polynomial p2. Okay, what is degree? Don't worry guys, I will be explaining in next 5-10 minutes that what is degree. Just remember this. Okay, just remember this, that if the degree of numerator, is greater than or equal to the degree of denominator, then only there. For example, I will give you an example. Like suppose there is a polynomial, we have taken now one polynomial, like suppose it's I have taken two cases I am taking. Okay, 5x square divided by 5x I will say 6x. Okay, this is one case. So what I will get, beta? I can get 5 upon 6 and x will go 2 minus 1, you will get x. Correct? Another case, let's take it opposite. 6x divided by 5x square. So see, beta, degree is nothing, the power of x is your degree. Anyway, I will explain it, but in this case, just remember that the power of x in this case is your degree. So in this case, what you will get, beta? 6 upon 5 and x to the power 1 minus 2, which is minus 1. So see here, beta, what the definition I have told you, that variable should have the power of whole number. So in this case, if the numerator is having bigger degree or greater degree than denominator, then it's fine. But if the numerator degree is smaller than the denominator, then in this case I will get a negative number in the power, and negative number in the power is not a whole number. Hence, this is not a polynomial. So hope you guys understand this. Okay. So few more steps which you need to understand. So let me explain you that. So what are those steps? They are like a few things that is very important to know. One is called terms of a polynomial. Okay. Show terms of a polynomial. Okay. Polynomial. Okay. So what do you mean by terms of a polynomial? So I have told you, beta, that polynomials can be written any constant term multiplied by any variable to the power this. Okay, suppose I am going to add this with another thing like 3x cube, or I will say minus 5x to the power 7, correct? So again, like here I have added three separate polynomials. So this total is also a polynomial, na beta? This total is also a polynomial. So we will say that this polynomial is having three terms. How many terms are there, beta? Three terms, means one term, second term, and third term. Means first term is your 6x square, second term is your 3x cube, and third term is your minus 5x to the power 7. This is your third term. Okay, so these are called terms of polynomial. Okay, so suppose it's anything is written like this, 6x square plus 5. Okay, so first tell me whether 5 is a polynomial or not. Okay, so yes, 5 is a polynomial. 5 is a beta polynomial. I will explain you how we will get this, but this 5 is a polynomial. Okay, so because see here na, this I can write na x to the power 0, 5 multiplied by x to the power 0, because we know that anything to the power 0 is equal to 1 except 0 to the power 0, which is not defined. So anything to the power 0 except 0 itself, which is equal to 1. If I will write beta a to the power 0, this is equal to 1, x to the power 0 is equal to 1, 10 to the power 0 is equal to 1, means anything to the power 0 is equal to 1 except 0 to the power 0, which is not defined. Okay, so in this case, so in case of 6x square plus 5, how many terms are there? Two terms, one is this, one is this. But if it's written like this, 6x square plus 0, you will say, sir, this is also a polynomial, because 0 is also a polynomial. This also I can write na 0 multiplied by x to the power 1. So yes, this is also a polynomial, because this will give you 0. So in this case, how many terms are there? So in this case, only one term is there. 6x square is term, 0 is not not counted as a term of any polynomial. Okay, remember this, it's a very important thing. Okay, so hope you guys understand this terms of a polynomial. Okay, now I am going to tell you degree and coefficient of the polynomial. First see coefficient, then see constant, and then we'll see 0, and then we'll see degree. Okay, so let me write one polynomial over here, 6x cube plus 2x square plus 3x to the power 7 minus 4x to the power 9 plus 8. Okay, so look here beta. So first term is coming coefficient of a polynomial. Okay, so guys, remember, we always find the coefficient of a term, we always find the coefficient of a variable. Okay, so in this case beta, how many terms are there? 1 2 3 4 5. So what I will say, see, so this is what is the variable over here? X cube is a variable, x square is a variable, x to the power 7 is a variable, x to the power 9 is a variable. Here there is no variable, means if it's x to the power 0 means no variable. So what I will write here, 6 I can, so what I will say, if someone will ask you what is the coefficient of x square, in this question, what is the coefficient of x square? So look here, where is your x square? So x square is here. So what is the constant that is being multiplied with x square? The value of constant which is being multiplied with x square is called coefficient of x square. So this I can write beta, coefficient of first case x cube is your 6, coefficient of x square is 2, coefficient of x to the power 7, coefficient of x to the power 7 is 3. What will be the coefficient of x to the power 9? Coefficient of x to the power 9 is not 4, but you will have to write minus 4, correct? So coefficient of x to the power 9 is minus 4. And this term which is not having any variable, this term is called constant of the polynomial. This term is called constant of the polynomials. Hope you guys understand what is coefficient and what is constant of a polynomial. Okay, so this term is called constant of the polynomial. Now I am going to tell you what is your zero. This is so if suppose now I am going to tell you constant polynomial and zero polynomial. Hold on. Constant polynomial and zero polynomial. Okay. So what is constant polynomial? Means any number 5, 7, 10, minus 20, they all are constant polynomial. Means if there is no variable after a constant number, they are called constant polynomials. Okay. And except 0. But if anywhere only 0 is written, it means this is called your zero polynomial. Okay guys. So hope you guys understand what is constant polynomial, what is zero polynomial, what is a coefficient of a polynomial, what is constant of a polynomial. Okay, so we have studied what are the terms of the polynomial. Okay, guys, this is very important. Okay, so just watch this video again and again until unless your concept is clear. Okay, so let's solve few questions. So I'm going to give you one question. Like first question is x plus 1 upon x. Next question I will just take under root x plus 3. Okay. So if someone will ask you a question, tell me whether these are the algebraic expression or not, or these are the what you will say polynomials or not. So see here beta, this I can write at x plus x to the power minus 1. This I can write beta x to the power 1 by 2 plus 3. Look here beta. This x is an algebraic expression, correct? What is algebraic expression? A constant multiplied by variable to the power rational number. This is your algebraic expression, remember? And what is your polynomial? Constant multiplied by variable. Hold on. This power is not the total power. This power is only for the variable power. Okay. So here, so constant multiplied by variable to the power whole number. To the power whole number is your polynomial. So in this case, this is your algebraic expression also and your polynomial also. But come here, this is x to the power minus 1 and minus 1 is not whole number. Minus 1 is not whole number. Means it is not a polynomial, but this is a algebraic expression because minus 1 is your rational number, correct? So we can say that, see, first one is your algebraic expression, second one and polynomial also, but second one is not a polynomial. So in order to, if you are going to add normal algebraic expression with a polynomial, so you will get an algebraic expression but not a polynomial. So this is not a polynomial. In order to algebraic expression, an algebraic expression, if you want to check whether that algebraic expression is a polynomial or not, for that each term of that algebraic expression should be a polynomial. Each term of the algebraic expression should be so in this case there are two terms. So second term is not a polynomial, hence this whole algebraic expression is not a polynomial. Come here in this case also, but in this case first term this is x to the power 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is not a whole number. 1 by 2 is not a whole number, means x to the power 1 by 2 is also not a polynomial. So for this whole algebraic expression there are two terms in which the first term is not a polynomial, hence we can say that the whole algebraic expression is also not a polynomial. Okay, hope you guys understand this. Now let's go to the next thing. So next part is where I am going to tell you the few classification of polynomials. So I will tell you based on terms. So you guys already know what are terms, correct? So I will just write the name of the classification. Monomial, what do you call it? So what do you mean by mono? Mono means single beta. Mono means single, means a polynomial of just one term. A polynomial of just one term is called monomial. Okay, a polynomial of just one term, which will be your anything beta 3x, x square, 5, 0, because they are also having one term now. So they all are your monomial, means any polynomial with only one term is your monomial. Okay, next one is your beta binomial. Binomial means polynomial with two terms. Polynomial with two terms is called binomial. Means what will be the example? For example, 2x square plus 6. This is one polynomial. Or you can say 3x cube plus 4x. This one is a polynomial. Okay. So they are a polynomial with two terms. Now suppose also I will write 4x to the power 5 plus 0. Okay. So is this a polynomial? Question over here. 4x to the power 5 plus 0 is a binomial. No beta, remember I have told you 4x to the power 5 plus 0, I cannot count 0 as a term. 0 is not a term over here. So this is nothing but 4x to the power 5, which is your monomial, not the binomial. So this 4x to the power 5 is the case of monomial. Understand this? Now next type of uh, polynomial is your mono by trinomial. Okay, trinomial. So what is your trinomial? Trinomial means three terms. Correct? Trinomial means three terms. For example, 4x cube plus 2x square plus 6. Three terms, they are trinomial. Okay. So there are furthermore, but in your class you will have to study only these three: monomial, binomial and trinomial. So this is the classification of polynomial on the basis of terms. Remember this term, on the basis of terms. Okay. Any polynomial with only one term is monomial, with two terms it's binomial, with three terms it's trinomial. Now I am going to tell you the classification of polynomial on the basis of degree. Classification of polynomial on the basis of degree. Okay. So before that I will have to tell you what is degree. Correct. First you should know what is degree, then only you will be able to know what is your classification. So degree, we can say that beta, that highest power of a variable, highest, let's write it here, that highest, say GHST, highest power of a variable, highest power of a variable in a polynomial, in a polynomial, simple thing. So write any polynomial, guys, write any polynomial. Okay, let me write some polynomial randomly. I will write 3x cube plus 4x to the power 6 plus 3 minus 7x square. Okay, so this is a polynomial. So what will be the degree of this polynomial? So we are saying highest power of a variable in a polynomial. So here this is the variable, this is the variable, this is the variable. So what is the highest power? Highest power is 6. So means we can say that, suppose this is px. So degree of px is equal to 6. Getting me? Means highest power of any variable, sorry, highest power of variable in a polynomial is called degree of that polynomial. Correct, guys? So now suppose if you will have to find the degree of 2x cube, hold on, we will have to find the degree of 2x cube. So what is the degree of this polynomial? 3. Correct? There is only one variable and the power of that is 3. What is the degree of this polynomial? You know that 5 is also a polynomial. So what is the degree of this polynomial? So we know that beta, this 5 I can write it like this: 5 multiplied by x to the power 0. So what is the power of variable? Power of variable is 0, means your constant polynomial having degree 0, means the degree of constant polynomial is 0. The degree of constant polynomial is 0. Remember these terms, guys. Okay. Now come here to 0 polynomial. So this is also polynomial. What is the degree of this 0 polynomial? So degree of 0 polynomial, so 0 I can write it like 0 multiplied by x to the power any number beta, x to the power n, x to the power 2, x to the power 3, anything. So we can say that the degree of 0 is not defined. Degree of 0 polynomial is not defined, or you can say infinite. Not defined, or you can say infinite, because see, the value of n can be infinite. This n is your what? N is your whole number. So whole number will start from 0 to positive infinity. Correct? So remember this thing, degree of 0 polynomial is not defined, degree of constant polynomial is 0, and rest highest power of a variable in a polynomial is called degree. Okay, now there is now our polynomial are further classified on the basis of these degrees. What is their classification? So classification, you can say they are called linear polynomial. Okay, linear polynomial. Next one is your quadratic polynomial, linear polynomial, quadratic. Okay, and next one is your cubic polynomial. Next one is your cubic polynomial. So there are further more. So but you will have to study only these three: linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, and cubic polynomial. So what is linear polynomial? Linear polynomial are those polynomial of degree 1, of degree equal to 1. They are called linear polynomial. Quadratic polynomial are those polynomial with degree is equal to 2. Okay, this is with degree is equal to 3. Simple thing beta. No more complication. Linear polynomial are those polynomial whose degree is equal to 1. Quadratic polynomial are those polynomial whose degree equal to 2. And cubic polynomial are those polynomial whose degree is equal to 3. Correct? So now come here. I will just tell you very interesting stuff now. So this is your linear polynomial. I will just write it over linear. Then I have explained you quadratic, and then I have explained you cubic. Correct? So your linear polynomial I have told you of degree 1. So can you write any linear polynomial? 3x x to the power, it's degree 1 na? Or you can write 4x plus 1, or you can write, so question over here, can you write a linear polynomial in 3 terms? My question is asking to write a linear polynomial which is having 3 terms. So try to write any linear polynomial with 3 terms. So one is 3x, 4x plus 1. Another thing I can write 4x plus 1 plus 2x. But this is not 3 terms. This is 2x plus 4x will become 6x plus 1. So this is again 2 term only. Okay, so conclusion from here that linear polynomial is of degree 1, and it can maximum have 2 terms. It can have 1 term also, but it can maximum have 2 terms. So similarly quadratic polynomial is of degree 2 and it can maximum have 3 terms. It can maximum have 3 terms. For example, I can write 3x square plus 2x plus 6, or I can write 3x square plus 6, or I can write 3x square. So these are the only 3 possible. Either I can write in the maximum 3 terms. It could be 2 terms also, it could be 1 term also, but maximum 3 terms. Similarly, cubic polynomials having degree 3 and they can maximum be written in 4 terms. Okay, they can maximum be written in 4 terms. So this is your polynomial. So there is a definition of polynomial given in your NCERT book. Guys, see your NCERT book now. So if you know and if you understand each and every line of your NCERT book, trust me guys, it's sufficient for you to crack the IIT exam. Okay, if you understand each and every line. So whatever in this 30-35 minutes, whatever I have explained now, in your NCERT book that has been written in just 2 lines. So they have just written a definition of polynomials. So I am just going to show over here. They have written the definition of polynomials. So what's the definition they have written? They have written that a polynomial, okay, a polynomial. Okay, before going on definition, there is also one thing I have told you, na, variables. I have told you variables, correct? So variables, so in your class we'll just have to study polynomials in one variable. Polynomials in one variable. One variable means either it will be x or y or something. If suppose you will have to find the polynomial in 2 variables, means suppose it's written 3x square plus 5y. So this is what? X is one variable, y is another. So this is polynomial in 2 variables. But here 3x square plus 2x. So this is variable is only 1. So this is the polynomial in 1 variable. So in your book, we are going to study just polynomial in 1 variable. Okay. So definition is saying that a polynomial of 1 variable, I will say x, okay, and that can be of degree n, a polynomial of one variable x and degree n can be written like this, like Px is equal to a naught plus a1 x to the power n plus a2 x square, and in this way it will go like I can say a n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 plus a n x to the power n. So in this form we can written. So see here beta, it's a simple thing, polynomial of degree n. So if it will have degree 1 degree, so how many terms it will have? Maximum 2 terms, because see here na, this is degree 1. If the value of n is 2 means degree 2, so it can have maximum 3 terms. If polynomial of degree 3, so it can have 4 terms. So here there is also a condition that the an cannot be equal to 0. Other numbers can be equal to 0, but an cannot be equal to 0. Can anyone tell me why an should not be equal to 0? Can anyone think of it? Okay, so I am going to tell you the answer ki why an is not equal to 0, but if any one of you has understand that why an is not equal to 0, please write in your comment section ki why an is not equal to 0. Okay, I'll tell you, because see what will happen beta, if an will become 0, suppose this degree is of 2, degree is equal to 2, degree is equal to 2, correct? So of course your an will become a2, an will become a2, and write the polynomial of degree 2. So I can write it a0 plus a1 x to the power 1 plus a2 x to the power 2, correct? So if a2, if an will become 0 means if a2 will become 0, so what will happen? This whole term will become 0. So this is no longer polynomial of degree 2, this will be the polynomial of degree 1, correct? So that's why polynomial of degree n cannot have their coefficient as 0. So this is your polynomial, guys. Let me see if there is any example in your book. So we'll solve that example first and then we'll move to the exercise. Okay, so there is one example which is very like easier example. Find the degree of each of the polynomial given below. Guys, this is the very simple. What is the degree? I have told you, highest power of the variable. In this case, what is the highest power of the variable? X to the means 5. So degree of this polynomial is 5. Degree of this polynomial, highest power of the variable y is 8. So degree is 8. In this case, what is the variable? X to the power 0 means highest power of variable is 0. So this is the degree 0. This I have already explained you guys. Okay, let me check. See here the definition which I have told you, that this definition they have written over here. Okay, so that's it in this video, guys. Okay, so please go to this video, watch this video, and after that try to solve exercise 2.1 by yourself first. Okay, anyway very soon I'm going to upload the solution for exercise 2.1 also, but it's very important to solve this exercise by yourself. Okay, and guys, please don't forget to subscribe the channel, and please, if you, those who have already subscribed, please like, share. Okay, and you can also comment your doubts, you can also comment your thought, or if you are having any suggestion also, that you can also write in the comment section. We'll try to improve ourselves. Okay, thank you guys.